What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. So today, Paldea Evolved is out on PTCGL. And if you're wondering what decks should you play right now to start gaining points, getting up on the tier, getting those packs, that is what we're going to talk about today. What decks we could play, because we've already had tournaments in this format. And so we already know some of the results. And that's what we're going to try to do today, is say, hey, these are the decks you should start testing right now that are the best decks, because they have won big tournaments already. And then start get ready for that for NEIC, because NEIC is only like, 3 weeks away? So you have to start testing this like ASAP. And it looks like the format's pretty much kind of stayed the same. There's just like some new inclusions. So the two big tournaments we're talking about is the Gaita in Japan and the Taiwan tournament that happened. So this one was May 6th. Now you can see Gardevoir did win. They got first and second place, but I think both these Gardevoirs are like fairly different. So there's this Gardevoir. The new inclusions will be the Iono. Punish your opponent for taking price cards, stuff like that. And the new reversal energy if you're down on price cards. Counts as 3 of 80 type of energy, but only tapped evolutions. So it makes your Gardevoirs are super strong and just come out of nowhere and just do a ton of damage. And the Iono, of course, to punish them, your opponent, and put them in a bad situation. And I'm trying to see if the second place list has the interesting one. There's no, this one looks pretty much the same. This one plays Sky Steel Stone. The other one doesn't. This one does play the Drifloon, which a lot of people were hyping. And this is, if you saw the price of Tropical Beach, not Tropical Beach, I forget what it's called, the one that heals 10 from every Pokemon. But anyway, it does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Balloon Blast, and people were hyping up, but I think it's pretty much died down since then. I really haven't seen Drifloon in anything as of right now. This is also playing the Iono, which is really good. Playing the Reversal Energies. Let's see if there's anything new in here that we really care about. I don't think there's anything special. Like, all these decks are pretty much the same. There's a Lost Zone box, which is pretty interesting because I didn't think Lost Zone would be good at all. It did play the new Luxray if you're down on price cards, or if you draw it to your hand or something. Because you down on price cards, you can play this down. Let's see if we can pull it real quick. Yeah, if you have more price cards than your opponent, you can put it down, and then you can put a Reversal Energy on and do 180. Oh, this one actually does play Reversal Energy, but you can just Mirage Gate to it and then have a Pokemon that do 180 damage, which is pretty solid for basic at this point, right? You're still playing Raikou and Dragonite. Got the Colors package going on. And the Artazon. Is this one you search for base Pokemon? Yeah, so going to guarantee the base Pokemon. And so yeah, that's pretty cool. RC's Giratina is going to be pretty much the same, except it's going to play Iono. I think this one only plays one. Yeah, it only plays the one Iono. Nothing else too special. It does play the Pikachu. If you're scared of Lost Box, that's pretty good. That's why it's in there. There's a Lugia Archeops. Now, does this one have the new stuff? It does not have everything new. It does play Iono. It does play the new Luxray. Luxray plus the Reversal Energy. Come out of nowhere. Takes some huge knockouts. 180 damage. It doesn't play the new Jet. Oh, it does play the Jet Energy. It does play the new energy for Snorlax. And we'll go over that here a little bit later. There's another Gardevoir. Let's see if this is the Gardevoir that's like the spicy list. Nope, it's not. I think there's like a Gardevoir with like 4 reversals in it. There is a Hisu and Gudra. This one does play the Jet Energy from the bench to the active. And look, it does play the 4 Mirage Gates. It does play the Spirit Tomb. It's the first Spirit Tomb that we've seen. Make a base Pokemon if you have no abilities. Shut down the Genesect, which is pretty cool. And I'll have links to all these 3 tabs if you want to see them, of course. And they've got Mew Meloetta. I don't think there's anything too crazy in this list. So look, yeah, just Iona. Just a 1 of Iono. Just late game, put your opponent on low hand size, which is really great. Don't know if it's better than Roxanne. There's another Lost Box. This one, it's just a Kyogre build with 2 Artazon. That's nothing too crazy. Just have the 1 Jet if you want to get a Pokemon. I think Jet's actually a really cool card in Lost Box because you can be able to get a Pokemon from bench to active. It counts like a switch card or escape rope, whatever. There's a Giratina version, which Giratina doesn't really do good over in the States for some reason. There's a Meloetta. Once again, I don't think Meloetta even like really gains anything. This one literally doesn't have nothing new. It does play a Psychic Energy, which is pretty interesting. There's a Gardevoir Mewtwo. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Now this one does play 4 Reversal Energy, because you're always going to be behind on price cards, and so you attack different Pokemon, the Glade, the different Glade, right? So you're always going to be behind, and that's kind of where this deck kind of thrives. Mewtwo V, you come up, take a super late game. Gardevoir come out of nowhere, start do the brainwave, stuff like that. So it's a pretty interesting deck. I've seen people hyping this one up a lot with the multiple reversal energies in Mewtwo. This is a pretty cool list, and I do like this a lot. I definitely, it's like a checkmate kind of deck. You're trying to set up checkmate, if I remember correctly. There's another Gardevoir deck. So you can see Gardevoir is still the best deck right now. This one does play the Drifloon, but not the stadium, not the $500,000 stadium that people were hyping up. So it seems like people are hyping up for nothing. And then a Giratina and a Giratina. So Gardevoir's a big one on that. Giratina makes places. But at Taiwan, we have some interesting things. We have Gardevoir, Gardevoir Mewtwo, Gardevoir EX. Then you have Origin Form Palkia V-Star Chien-Pao, Origin Form Palkia V-Star Chien-Pao, Lost Zone Toolbox Guardian, Lost Zone Lugia, Mew Meloetta, and Gardevoir. Now, the big thing to know about this is a 9 round, 25-minute best of 1. And then if you go 7-2, you can make day 2. And then you can actually switch your decks, which is pretty interesting. After day 1, you can switch your decks, which lets to some interesting things. There's 2,600 people. The hard thing about it is, like, they can switch decks. So you don't know exactly how, like, well, a certain deck does if they switch. So first place was Gardevoir EX. I don't think this one's laid out very well, if I can remember correctly. So 4-4, 2G split. Got 2 Cresselia, a Mew, Wo-Chien. Got the Luxray in there. The Ionos in there. The Worker, the Researcher Boss. The Rare Candy. I think this is a new stadium. And then it plays a Super Rod to get back your energy stuff. I do like Super Rod a lot. You don't have to use the supporter card anymore. So that's pretty cool. There might be a better list somewhere, but I just don't know exactly. But you kind of look through there. There's a Gardevoir Mewtwo V Union. And let's see. This one's laid out. It does play the full reversal. So this is the Mewtwo build that we kind of just saw a second ago. With like the Glade, the Glade with the Guardy EX, and Luxray. And once again, this is a pretty cool build. You're kind of like playing from behind. 3 Super Rods. So I think it's pretty cool. You're like going behind on purpose, and reversal energy comes up, and you start taking some knockouts of the Brainwave, or this one, kind of whatever you want to. Then Luxray can come in there, take some names and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool list. I like it a lot. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, the finals was like kind of a stalemate because neither player wanted to really do anything. In top 4, there's another Gardevoir. This one just playing the one of, but still proving like that Gardevoir is really, really good. Iona plus Gardevoir is like really strong just because you have to draw in and stuff like that. I'd be interested to see that's going to transition over to us for NEAC. There's a Lugia Archeops that we can see right here. Lugia, got the Tyranitar, got an Echoing Horn. That's pretty cool. Some Iono, Impact, Jet Energy. So playing 3 Jet Energies. And remember, this is from your hand, though, so maybe make sure you remember that. V-Guard plus Gift, only 2 DTE. Still doing great things. Now, that's it for PTCG stats and Limitless. Like I said, I'll have links to both of these if you want to copy some lists. But shout out to Cora. They are doing some fantastic things, reporting on the different stuff that's happening over there. And what they did is they actually have the list for top 8. So you combine the top 8 for Taiwan. So here's the Gardevoir list that we had. We have the top 4 Palkia Chien-Pao list. Now, the big thing about this is not energy retrieval. This is superior energy retrieval. They even said, like, oh, I put the wrong energy in there. Put Palkia with Chien-Pao. You got the new Kevin Baxter card. You got the Articuno with the freeze. Iona, just a 4 of. So 4 Iona, Irida. And Irida's pretty good because you get Irida for, like, the water and rare candy. Get that out pretty quickly, I imagine. This is probably going to be like one of the most played decks going into PTCGL. So if you're curious, what does a Chien-Pao, Palkia, Kevin Baxter deck look like? This is what it looks like. So it's pretty cool. Top 4 with Gardevoir. And here's another one, top 8 Chien-Pao list. This one plays a Starmie, plays Kyogre. Does not play the Articuno with cross switchers and stuff like that. Just another kind of variant of it. Both of them play a B-Barrel. I guess it's pretty much to counter the heavy Iona meta. This only plays the one Iona, but it does really play, more item cards with like cross switches and stuff like that. And what's cool about these lists is you can like just keep using rating your ninja over and over again. So like you see this list actually playing cancel cologne because it's such a big deal to like cross switcher plus cancel alone a mana fee and like take a knock on the mana fee plus a bench and take 2 prize cards. And Greninja's I think is going to increase in value so much because now you can just Kevin Baxter onto a Greninja and be good to go. So that's pretty cool. So I do like this list. I don't think the other one did play the Cancel Colonia. This one did not play Cancel Colonia, but the other one did. So I like the Cancel Colonia more. This one plays no cross switcher. Well, the other one does play cross switcher. I think I'm a big fan of the other one for sure. That one looks pretty cool. And then here is the Gardevoir we already seen. Here's a Gardevoir that made top 8. And also played a Lugia to make it to day 1. Like I said, they can switch going to day 1. So what's cool to point out about this list, and a lot of people are not talking about this, they went 9-0 with Lugia. The switch to Gardevoir went 1-0-3 and then lost in top 8. So if there's anything to test out, I think this might be the kind of deck to test out, just to see what it's like, because they went 9-0 with the deck. Now it is best of 1, so Lugia is still proving like, hey, is this the way to go? Is Lugia still the play or not? With so much like Gardevoir running around, you got the Trinitar, you got the Lugia. I think the deck is still really solid and stuff like that. So maybe this is something you should look out for sure. Because they went 9-0 with it. 2-2 collapse and stuff like that. The Jet Energy, single strike. The gift. V-Guard Reversal. I'm trying to see what else they played. Burnett. This is Research. I'm not sure what this card is. But only 2 earn. You do play the Jet. So that is a little bit more with the Reversal. Double Luminion. Playing the Luxray. So you have a lot of like basic attackers, which is good. In this meta too, with like Lost Fox being in where you got the Evital's 2 Stonjourners and the Luxray, which is like fantastic. The only problem is, I wonder how the Luxray works once you take the knockout. Because you can't use a light energy unless they take a knockout on somebody else. So, it's interesting. And I think that's it. That's all the top 8 decks. So, yeah. As you can see, Gardevoir is the big position. So, test out Gardevoir still. I think it's probably the best deck. Going into NEIC, it did win this past weekend. Shout out to Henry Brand for showing Gardevoir is still good. And outside of that, like test Palkia V-Star Chien-Pao. I think this is actually the big deck that we're going to see this weekend is Chien-Pao. This is Chien-Pao variant. Just because it's like excited to play new decks. Playing the new, Chien-Pao, Kevin Baxter, stuff like that. It seems a lot of fun. But yeah, today is live is up. Go test these decks out. Have some fun. Trade for your Chien-Paos. Trade for your Kevin Baxters. And hopefully you get all the cards you need. And pulls are fantastic. So yeah. Little quick video. I'll have links to everybody down below. Go follow Cora. Go follow them. Check out PokeStats. Check out Limitless. I think there was another tournament that happened this weekend. I don't know if it was in the new format or not. We still got 3 regionals and 2 national championships weekend. So they had all this stuff happening. So, yeah. There we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. Good luck testing. Today's the new day, and we'll see what happens. Go have fun on live and see what happens. Oh, also, our Tina Pika just won the PO format. No list as of yet, but when they come out. And also, if you go to Taiwan, championship, you can watch the stream of day 1 and day 2. So it actually might be something cool to watch. I haven't personally watched them, so I don't know what matches they are. But maybe watch them in the background or something and see what they are. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Links are down below, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.